So, the official translation for Trails Through Daybreak is finally out. And that's awesome. But, well, you may have noticed that it's using a different version of the game from the fan translation, and having to start from zero can kind of suck. Completely ignore the save file that's right before the true final boss fight. This is leading somewhere, I promise. What I'm going to show you how to do is transfer your save files from the fan translated version of the game over to the official translation. Now, there are a couple very important things you need to keep in mind, and here's what you're really going to need. First, you're going to need both versions of the translation. So, the fan translation uses the Chinese and Korean version of the game, and you'll also need the official release. It could be English, Japanese, whatever. Now, as far as I know, it doesn't actually matter if you got it off Steam, GOG, or whatever, as long as it's a PC release, because as far as I can tell, the PC release is DRM free. I haven't dug too deep into it yet, though. And lastly, you want to go to the fan translation and look through your DLC list, see what you have. This is going to be important because whenever you go to load your file, it checks for the DLC. Now, if you don't have any DLC loaded, great. If you have a lot of random ones loaded, unfortunately, you might have to look into purchasing those or getting the Ultimate Edition upgrade. It's annoying. Yeah, it can be kind of annoying. But just make sure you look through that thoroughly. Now, what you're going to want to do, first off, I'm going to show the fan translation. And all these different save files, one right before the final boss, a bunch of different ones throughout the game. You can see the icons, this will be important later. And you can see I've got all these different save files. So, to get things truly started, you're going to want to open up your files on your PC, because we need to find where the save data is located. Now, you're going to want to go to this PC, and then you want to check out your C drive. From here, you want to go to Users, and then you'll want to use your Users folder. It could be your name, it could be something else, whatever. Now, a lot of games, the save data will be stored in app data, such as the Dark Souls series. However, in the case of the Trails games, they're actually stored in the save games location. Now, if you go to Falcom, and then you click on Kuro, that is the Japanese title for Trails Through Daybreak, and that will tell you, okay, yes, this is where the save data is. I have some post-game saves set up, but we're not going to worry about that right now. That is where we want to end. But you can't find the fan translation in there. Well, that's because it's actually under this file called CLE, that's Clouded Leopard Entertainment. That is used by, well, the publishers for this version of the game. So you want to go to click on CLE, then you want to go to Save Data. And then you have all your different save files. 36, okay. If you want to check and see where it is, you can look at the icon because it saves a picture of the game showing you where in the game it is. High ads, I don't care. And if you check details, this will tell you your stats of the characters and everything. And then if you go to users, good luck deciphering this garbage. Yeah, not even gonna try. That's pretty much like embedded code at that point, but that's where all your save data information is. Now, you'll want to copy this, and let's copy a couple of them over. If you press one icon, hold shift and press another icon, you can actually highlight multiple objects. This can save you time, so don't think you have to copy them all at once, and don't think you have to Control A, Control C things either. And then you're going to want to back out, keep backing out until you go to the Falcom file, go to Kuro, and you'll see it here. Now you're going to want to paste these save datas, and maybe refresh to make sure everything's lined up properly. Okay, so we're going to look back at file 36 again, for example. And yeah, that's somewhere in chapter 4 of the game. Pretty far in. Now, at this point, it should be good to go. What we need to do is go to Trails Through Daybreak, hit play, and it should run. Maybe it'll check if I'm in offline mode. We'll find out in a second. Well, you won't find out. I'll edit it down if it does. And yeah, you can see all our different save files are here. And yeah, if you go to load it, now if you go to load it and it gives you an error message, it's likely going to be DLC not present. That's because you need to have the DLC on your file in order for it to load. So again, look through whatever DLC you may have gotten for the fan translation and make sure it lines up properly. Annoying, yeah, but what can you do? Let's see here. Oh, and if the language is coming out and it's still all in Japanese, that's because you gotta set the text language to English. Yes, change the difficulty. This is just for demonstration purposes. Alright. And just to show a little bit of gameplay, here we are. Alright, and as you can see and hear, the game is playing in English just fine. And yeah, it works.
This'll hurt.
I don't really have too much else to really add here at this point. It's just kind of a case of, yeah, you can do it. This way you don't have to play through the entire game and restart from zero. Now, if you're going for things like, if you're going for achievements, you're gonna have to hop around your save files and, you know, do the little triggers needed to activate the achievements again. So,
Activating skill.
for example, you know, just beating a chapter, it's not hard to do. You can always just set the difficulty to very easy mode and plow through everything. The only one that's going to be tough is the beating the game on Nightmare mode one, which in that case, hey, if you already beat the game on Nightmare, you can do it again. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful. And yeah, like if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing for other content, normally a bit more structured than just random tutorial videos. And last thing I guess I can say is, Tita, you're welcome. Anyways, that's all for now. Take care.